It's James here. I'm going to review a trade that I made from earlier this month. The stock is Warner Music, ticker WMG. So how did I find this stock? It was probably from my 10 EMA bounce screen. The screen basically finds small candles that are touching the 10 EMA. The chart must also be in an uptrend. There are other criteria, but that's the essence of it. So why did I buy this stock? I'm looking for the following criteria. Needs to have some sort of contraction pattern, and if you look, you could probably look at it something like this, and then it gets tight right in here, and it looks like it may just bounce right out of there. Needs to have a strong prior move, which you can see it clearly does. Needs to surf the 10 EMA, which it is. One of my criteria is it needs to be breaking above a smaller hump, which in this case would be this right here. So then if that's the case, then I would draw a line about there to say that's where I want to break out of. The chart also needs to be linear and orderly. Ideally, it will have support, which it does. Check for resistance above, which it doesn't really have any resistance above, which is good. It's good on the weekly chart, so usually I'll take a look on the weekly chart and just make sure that there's no clear resistance or anything unusual, and this looks good. It looks like it's possibly going to break up. And the last thing is good earnings reaction. So here was earnings, and it just took right off out of the gate. And some other things that I'll look at too is what is the forecasted earnings and revenue. So revenue is forecasted is 1.5, and it was well, the last estimate was 1.4, so it's clearly above. Okay, where did I place the buy order? Well, I would have placed it just above the hump, as I called it, which would be right about here. It was actually 36.10, something like that, and the stop would have been just below these lows. Okay, so let's walk through what happened. So first day, the first day it did trigger. I probably wouldn't have raised the stop at that point. Second day, it's up again. If we look at the hourly, I'll usually go to the hourly to raise the stop. So I would have raised a stop probably under this low, about there. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to set it to break even yet, just in case it comes down and stops me out. So we'll leave it there, and we'll go another day. Okay, it's up again. I had 4 green days in a row. It's still looking good, but it's a little overextended, and with through 2022 it seemed that a lot of stocks would take off like this and then just immediately drop back down. So I want to be careful for that not to happen, and I want to try to buy into strength whenever I can. So I actually did sell right at 38.54, which was right around here. Alright, so we sold here, and if we walk through and see what happened next. So the next day was down slightly, and next day I probably would have sold here if I hadn't sold already. and the next day drops right out, so that would have hit our stop and we might have even lost some money. So I ended up getting a risk reward of 2.1, which represents 2.1%. So that would be how much my portfolio increased. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that, and see you in the next one.